In this lesson, we'll look at how to configure production and consumption meters using Installer Toolkit. Let's walk through the process for configuring the meters. You'll be able to configure for 1, 2, or 3-phase production meters and consumption meters. We can see by the icons that neither meter is enabled at this point. Let's enable the production meter using the Meter Wizard. With your PV breakers on, verify that the power production on the screen is somewhat close to what you'd be producing on the roof. If this number is way off, you may have a wiring issue. One or more L1 conductors coming from the array may not be passing through the production CT, or they may be passing through incorrectly. Make sure you follow the instructions on the screen and tap the checkbox once the breakers are turned off. Then tap Enable Production Meter. Next, we'll set up the Consumption CTs using the Meter Wizard. When you start configuring the Consumption CTs, you'll see 6 steps across the top to help you track your progress. Look at your total home load and your L1, L2, and L3 readings. You can use these to catch any potential installation errors with the CTs. The readings can help you easily diagnose a polarity issue either at the sensor or the CT wiring at the on-voice terminal blocks. A potential polarity issue or any crossed phase wiring will show up as a negative value. Make sure you follow all instructions and perform all tasks. Tap to check each checkbox as you complete these steps. When you turn on a load, you'll see the total home load value increase. If the load reading goes down, it's likely that you have a polarity issue. You'll want to check all the L1, L2, and L3 readings to see which phase line has the issue, and then correct the issue before moving forward. Tap Next and confirm that the home load increased as expected. Then tap Yes to move forward. At this point, the PV breakers are off and the load is still turned on. You'll want to turn on the PV breakers and then start the timer in the app. This will keep you on track to view the net power readings once the 5-minute anti-islanding timer completes. Stay on this screen until the timer has completed. Then tap Next. This is where you set up your consumption type. The Envoy doesn't know how the system is wired or which conductors are running through the CTs. You'll have to select your meter location so that the Envoy can calculate the values correctly. Select either Load with Solar, most common installation type for net metering, or Load Only, not normally used, and then tap Next. Once everything is configured correctly, enable the meter and view the CT summary screen. The CT summary screen is a snapshot of the CT data once the CTs are enabled. It's a quick check for accuracy. It may also be useful to take a screenshot for your records showing that the CTs have been set up and enabled.